Welcome to the Whiskey Vault.
You can't yell "Welcome to the Whiskey Vault" right after a yawn.
No.
You're coming out of a yawn.
That's true. I am tired.
Ready? This is what you do. This is what you do. Welcome to the Whiskey Vault.
You just hold that yawn in.
Yes. You gotta power through it.
Yeah. I'm Daniel. This is Rex, and it's Rare Whiskey Friday, where we drink whiskeys that are going to be really hard for you to get in your local area.
Right.
Now, these 3 in a row are a gift from Brad Garner.
Brad.
So hold that one, and I'll hold 2.
Brad Garner, you magnificent bastard.
Fight.
So these are all 3 from an Oregon distillery called Pioneer.
Wait, this says 3.
I know, it's confusing.
Wait, this says 3 also.
I think they changed their name.
They all say 3.
I know. So
There's a 3.
I went to look up their distillery, and it turns out that there's another distillery in Oregon called 4 Spirits Distilling. And I'm wondering if they
5 spirits.
I wonder if they created their 3 spirits distilling and then realized, oh wait, there's another one already, and they changed it. Because if you go to the website, their website is Pioneer Distillery.
Okay, so totally different than what's on the bottle right now.
Right.
Okay.
So these 3 bottles, these guys are the most helpful, informative website I've been on in years.
Oh.
They tell you every single thing they're doing to every bottle, every release, one at a time.
Right.
How old the barrels were aged. What
Right.
I mean, it's like you're standing in the distillery reading their lists of how they're tracking things.
Okay.
They're making everything themselves, no sourcing.
Right.
And that we've got a Jefferson Gold, effectively a bourbon.
Yeah. Is it just me?
But
or
it's
is-
4 grain.
There's some cloudiness.
Yeah.
I've seen cloudier, but there's some cloudiness.
It's cloudy.
Yeah.
So this is Jefferson Gold.
Yeah. Jefferson Gold.
What was that? Was that a song that never really came to be?
Go.
So this
that's
is.
how you say
Oh, it
gold.
smells really good. Corn, rye, and malt. Mm-hmm. And they distilled each one separately and then blended them afterwards, which is a very Canadian style way of doing things.
Sure.
Which is cool.
Now, I think you like this because the sweetness isn't dominant.
No, the butterscotch notes are almost scotchy.
And then there's like, once you get past the butterscotch, there's a little bit of maltiness in there too. Then there's almost it's almost like a rubber?
Yeah, and
getting
they're using a Solero program. Remember we've talked about this?
Yeah.
Some. And so they're pulling only from specific
Remind
things.
the people what the Solera
So Solera is where you have barrels in different time order, 1-year-old, 6-month-old, 2-month-old, and when you pull from the 1, you don't empty it all the way, and you refill from the 6-month into the 1, and then you refill from the 2 into the 6, and then you refill the 2 with new make, and what you end up with in that bottom one is a percentage of really old mixed with a percentage of varying younger ages as it goes through.
It's like an infinity barrel program.
Mm-hmm. And they're using 15-gallon barrels, evidently.
And that didn't show up the first approach.
No. At first it was just pure vanilla butterscotch.
With some maltiness. And then
Yeah.
you get back and this rubber element starts to, which I usually only find like a rubber type of
that's
vibe in scotches. This is...
wow, that's really sweet. It's shockingly sweet.
So we are, hold on, I have a sip yet. Because what we weren't finding on the nose was a sweetness.
No, but taste it. You see what I mean?
Oh, the sweetness, and then
Yeah, like corn syrup. Sweet.
very sweet, and then you immediately get hit with this tannin element from the barrel. Tannin element from the barrel, and that stays with you. And then there's that like little trace of rubber in there, and the sweetness feels more generic on the taste.
Yeah, there's that bitter at the end.
Yeah, I got it halfway through.
It's not bad actually. I don't know that I would pick it all the time, but it's not.
It's interesting. Interesting, not bad, not my favorite.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so let's dump that. Rinse it with the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Here, let me just use one of your glasses over there for a dump glass, would you? Oh, I've got one here. Never mind. It's hiding behind the bottle. Dump glass. Thank you. Next up, let's try their Oregon Highlander malt.
All right, different animal here.
So this is Oregon Highlander whiskey.
Do we know what kind of barley was in it?
Yes, Western 2-row Munich and Crystal 40 malt. All 3 of those.
Crystal 40. I don't think I've
It's
heard
just a type of malt.
Well, I know, but I don't think
Yeah.
I've heard of it. I've heard of 2-row, and then what was the second? I already forgot.
Well, depending on the release, some of these spent time in wine casks, but it may not be this one.
I am getting.
I couldn't get the number. This is 18-2.
You know what I'm getting on this? there's this element that we were describing as agricultural.
Yeah.
When we were smelling some new makes in Scotland.
Yeah.
Some single malt, just the barley was the thing we were telling the difference on from field to field, farm to farm. And there's an element that we would often pick up, which can't be described any other way than agricultural.
Yeah, and it's in
smell
here.
of that. Yeah.
Ooh, I like this a lot more. It does have a slight tannic tinge to the back of it instead of a nice rounded finish. Ooh. It ends in this little twist. It's almost like having a twist of citrus in a glass of iced tea. Yeah. Where it takes from being sweet tea to a little tingy.
That does show up, that tannic ding. It shows up. It's not overwhelming, but it's for real. But up into that, it's a really nice dance of like a fruitiness. There's a fruitiness in there. I like that.
And some slight candy sweet. I like that one a lot better.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's do the one that I'm really excited about, which is their Islay style peated malt.
Okay.
And they use 100% Baird's malted barley.
So do we know what kind of peat they used?
It's Baird's. It's Highland distillery. It's Baird's.
Oh, so they had
Baird's
it peated
malt from Scotland.
Okay, and then they had it once it was peated. They didn't.
Yes, you brought over already peated barley. Right. Which was one of the things that I made early on. Remember that stuff that we aged in the baby barrel at one point? There we go.
I just remember the banana thing.
No. That was one where I just took somebody else's new make. But the one where I actually made it and Deb and I distilled it and put it in a baby barrel, that was Baird's 100% peated malt.
Oh, dude, it's there. It's amazing how much that.
Oh yeah!
It's amazing how much that peat will show up in the States. It's coming from the grains, from that smoke.
Oh, that's nice. That is Islay. That is.
We're right in there.
That is absolutely Lefroy Ardbeg direction.
The smoked meats are right in there, man.
Nice.
That's so cool that you can get like peated from another country.
Yeah.
You distill it, and it shows up with a lot of commonalities. It's not only, it does have an effect, but it's not only where were the barrels stored to have their effect with the environment. That grain and that peat smoke shows up in spades. Very recognizable.
I feel like there's a very low cut on this, like bringing out all the bacony kind of.
Yeah, no, that meatiness is what I'm saying. That's smoked meat.
Oh, that takes the cake.
Yeah,
that's the one.
Well, I mean, we like Islay. So.
I know, but I'm saying it's hard to do smoky whiskey without it going too far or too bland or having a weird. It's a little thin, but it's balanced.
It's smoky meat, and then it turns into just campfire ash.
Yeah, it just ends in an ashy taste.
Right.
And it's a little bit, in the mouthfeel, it's a little bit thin.
A little thin, ends with campfire ash, and then that bitter note from the barrel kind of carries you off into the sunset.
But I like it. As a matter of fact, I think they're doing the malts really well. The Jefferson Gold, not a huge fan of that one, but the malts.
Gold.
Okay, so let's move on to an experiment. You ready?
All right, that sounded kind of experimental, but okay. I'm ready.
These are two whiskeys.
My body's prepared.
From Justin Jesser.
Yeah.
Now, I'm a huge fan of Justin Jesser because there was this one whiskey that ages ago I found and then discovered I was never going to be able to get it again in the
Justin Jesser, you magnificent bastard.
Fight.
And it was Fettercairn Fior. I've been trying to get this bottle now for another 2 years.
Okay.
Justin found one.
Bam, right here.
Justin found one and sent us 2 bottles, one for the vault and one for me. It's currently at my house.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Let me dust that off.
Dust that off a little bit.
Here, make sure you get the full sheen.
Yeah.
Right there. Now, I remember the Fettercairn Fior being not nearly this dark.
Yeah, no, it's always been like that.
Really?
Yeah.
That is incredibly...
It's well, keep in mind, they use
deep of a
caramel
color.
coloring.
Oh.
There you go.
At least I'm pretty sure they do. So you can't go off of color. Now, 12 is their newest release.
Okay.
Right? Relatively speaking.
Sure.
They're, because remember, they were a lot of their whiskey went into blends.
Right.
Some of it went to independent bottling companies.
Sure.
And then they started releasing their own thing. Mm-hmm. So let's start with the 12 as like the classic thing that they're now trying to release. And then I want to see how it compares to the Fior. Because I thought the Fior was every bit as subtle and nuanced as the Longmorn 16.
Oh, okay.
Right? And so I'm putting the Fettercairn Fior on par with a Longmorn 16 in my memory.
Right.
Now I'm going to pour the Fior. And you can tell because the Fior is significantly darker.
So there's a floral maltiness that's
To the 12?
beautiful, nicely balanced on the nose. Yeah,
Okay.
on that 12.
Oh yeah, that's like Deanston kind of
Yeah.
floral. There's a little bit of a sour note to it, like ironically, I'm thinking of like a diaper genie.
Oh God.
I don't know why that made me think of it. Not when any diapers are in it,
Right.
but like when you first like refill it and it has that sickly sweet kind of sour note that's trying to
all
cover
right.
up.
So,
Like
no, you sure you're not talking about the bags? Because none of the bags are scented.
Yeah, the bags.
So the bags, before there's actual feces.
Yeah, before there's poo in it.
Right.
But
They have the bags, for those that don't have kids, the bags are scented just to help out every little bit.
Yeah.
And the scent of those bags, okay.
You see what I mean?
Floral...
But it's a little sour, like, because it's chemically.
Right.
Instead of actual flowers.
Oh, well, so here's the thing. There's that sourness. I would attribute that sourness as almost like the air in a hothouse, in a greenhouse.
Yeah, it's definitely earthy sour.
The vegetal sourness you get from just plants in an enclosed space.
I just couldn't help that my brain just went diaper genie.
In humid closed space.
That sounds bad, but it doesn't smell bad.
Now you want to rock that smell even harder, right? Get your nose in the Fior.
Oh yeah,
Right?
Oh.
It shows up in spades.
Oh yeah. It's that same smell turned up to 10.
It is.
Now I'm not going to be able to get that out of my head.
It's that. I mean, the vegetal, planty,
Yeah.
steamy hothouse.
You know what? It might be closer to cooked asparagus
Man, every time I come back, more and more.
or cooked broccoli.
That grows more intense, and then any of that floral sweetness keeps falling by the wayside.
I like the taste of the Fior significantly more than the taste of the 12. The 12 has got to be watered down. It is. It's at 40.
But at 40, that's still beautifully complex
Oh yeah.
on the taste.
It's not boring. It's very pretty.
No, they have that much of an intricate balance of really nice, light, delicate flavors at 40%.
I dig it.
That's impressive.
All right, that's it, man.
I haven't even tasted the Fior yet.
Oh, well, calm down.
God,
Jeez.
people show up for my reviews of these whiskeys. I let you come and pour things for me.
Justin Jesser's a good human being.
Oh man, yeah. If you don't like the vegetal notes, right? If you don't like the planty kind of stuff, then that's not going to be your bag.
No. Avoid the Fior.
Yeah.
You will not like it.
Okay. Anything else? I feel like we should do so many more comparisons.
The closest slightly funky sour note, I've actually found that in Monkey Shoulder.
Oh yeah.
And so it's the same sour note you would find in the Monkey Shoulder you find in both of
To
these.
me, that's one of the things that makes the Monkey Shoulder, even though it's big brand and it's relatively inexpensive, it keeps it kind of interesting.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, you get like the sweetness that you would expect from blended scotches, but then you have that nice little weird, almost a vegetal, almost a sour little note in there.
Yeah.
It's like, this is more complex than you would expect.
Just a reminder to everybody, we decided on Dry Week.
Okay, yes.
This is the Friday episode.
And also there's a calendar now.
And also there's a calendar. It's go to whiskeydrive.com and then click on calendar. In the menu, you'll find out more information. But Dry Week is going to go from the final week of July through to the first few days of August. So I think it's Friday, July 26th to August 2nd, if I remember correctly.
Sure.
Friday at noon. Both days. We end at noon.
And Dry Week is the thing that we do as a community just to make sure that our alcohol consumption is not becoming just a habitual routine that escalates and gains momentum over time. Just keeping it in check.
Yeah.
Little check-in, little quality control there. Optional. Welcome
And
to
there will
join
be
us.
no new episodes on this channel while that's happening. We also take a break.
Yes, my liver and my brain
Yeah.
and my soul. I don't want to look at you for at least a week.
I agree.
All right, here's fighting, stealing, and drinking.
If you fight, may you fight for a friend.
you steal, may you steal lover's heart.
And if you drink, may you drink with us.
Hey, thanks for hanging out with us in the Whiskey Vault. Don't forget to throw in a like, hit that subscribe button on the bottom right, and drop a question or comment down below.